Your phone, your car, AI like ChatGPT, missiles, satellites, none of them work without one thing: semiconductors. And one small island, Taiwan, controls the heart of this industry. Now the United States wants Taiwan to move 40% of its chipmaking capacity to America. Taiwan says that's impossible, but why is this such a big deal? And what does it mean for geopolitics, China, and the global economy? Let's break it down. Semiconductors are not just another product, they are the backbone of modern civilization. They power smartphones and laptops, electric vehicles and smart grids, artificial intelligence and cloud computing, fighter jets, missiles, and surveillance systems. Whoever leads in advanced semiconductors doesn't just lead in technology, they lead in economic growth, military power, and strategic influence. In the 20th century, oil shaped global power. In the 21st century, it's chips. The global semiconductor market is already worth over $600 billion a year, and it's expected to cross $1 trillion by the early 2030s. But here's the key point: advanced chips are not made everywhere. More than 90% of the world's most advanced logic chips, the ones smaller than 5 nanometers, are made in Taiwan, mainly by one company, TSMC. For Taiwan, chips are not just an industry, they are the economy. Semiconductors contribute around 15% of Taiwan's GDP. They make up over 35% of Taiwan's exports. TSMC alone is one of the most valuable and strategically important companies in the world. To understand the scale, a single advanced chip factory today costs around $20 billion, more than the entire defense budget of some countries. This industry provides Taiwan with jobs, wealth, and global relevance. Losing control over it would fundamentally weaken the country. Today, Taiwan has something analysts call the Silicon Shield. The world depends on Taiwanese chips. So everyone, the US, Europe, Japan, even China, has a strong incentive to prevent instability in Taiwan. Think of Taiwan like this: it's the only bakery in the world that knows how to bake a very special kind of bread, and every army, company, and government depends on that bread to survive. That dependence creates protection. If Taiwan shifts 40% of its chipmaking capacity to the US, 3 serious risks appear. First, loss of strategic leverage. If advanced chips can be made elsewhere, Taiwan becomes less essential to global stability. Second, security vulnerability. A weaker silicon shield reduces international urgency to protect Taiwan in a crisis. Third, economic hollowing out. High-end ecosystems don't survive fragmentation. Once core manufacturing leaves, engineers, suppliers, and innovation slowly follow. This is why Taiwan didn't just say this plan is difficult. They said it's impossible. So why is America pushing so hard? From Washington's perspective, the US is dangerously dependent on Taiwan for advanced chips. Any conflict in the Taiwan Strait would cripple global tech. The CHIPS Act aims to rebuild American manufacturing. But this isn't just about factories. It's about control over the most strategic technology on Earth. Here's where China enters the picture. Taiwan does not control most semiconductor raw materials like rare earths. China dominates many of those. But Taiwan controls something even more powerful: advanced manufacturing know-how. Precision fabrication processes, entire supply chain coordination at scale. In reality, the US strategy is to reduce dependence on Taiwan, reduce China's leverage over raw materials, build a parallel, China-resistant chip ecosystem. If US-Taiwan relations ever sour, opportunities could open elsewhere. Japan, South Korea, and even India could attract investment. But matching Taiwan's ecosystem would take decades, not years. You can build factories, you cannot quickly build 30 years of institutional knowledge. The most likely future looks like this: Taiwan builds more fabs in the US, but without moving existing capacity. Taiwan continues expanding at home. The 40% shift remains politically symbolic, not technically real. In other words, cooperation, not relocation. This isn't just about manufacturing. It's about who controls the nervous system of modern civilization. Taiwan knows its chips are its shield. The US knows dependence is a vulnerability. And China knows whoever masters semiconductors shapes the future. That's why Taiwan calling this demand impossible isn't defiance. It's survival.